Hi guys, I've just put together a whole bunch of beautiful recipes from my veg book. I know you're gonna love it. Now I think I've got for you one of the very best veggie burgers ever. Whether you eat meat or not, you're gonna love this. We're gonna take some onions, carrot, squash. My inspiration came from an onion bhaji, but we're gonna load it with flavor. We're gonna take a carrot and do nice long strokes. I'm using a butternut squash, and you can just grate that in as well. So let's get all that veg in there. And now paneer is basically an Indian cheese. You could use halloumi, but the paneer is really good. Look out for it, it's fantastic. Just 2 level teaspoons of cumin go in. The next spice is turmeric, 2 of those. 2 cloves of garlic, and then ginger, a thumb-sized piece of ginger. The last 2 things I'm gonna add flavor-wise are chili. So we do want a little bit of a kick, and then a nice little wodge of coriander. Now we're gonna bind this with some flour. So I'm gonna use gram flour, season it with some nice sea salt, and a little swig of water, and we're gonna mix it up. And that, my friends, is perfect. And then you can pat them out to little patties. I've also got my hand quite messy now, but just a little bit of oil in a pan, and then we'll go in with this nice little patty. I'll cook 2, but you can do them in batches and they'll be lovely. So if we kind of get back to that whole kind of vibe about a burger, right? You'd normally have some mayonnaise. So I'm gonna kind of do my sort of Indian version of that with a coriander yogurt. Get a pestle and mortar, a little pinch of salt, and have a smash up. Just put the yogurt in here, and I'm just gonna muddle it in. So look at that color, absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's have a little check of the fritters. 1, 2, 3. And what's lovely, you get the golden on the outside, and on the inside, it's just luminous yellow. And then I want some more crunch, some more freshness. So I've got a nice gem lettuce here, and then there's one last bit, poppadoms. Snap them, and then kind of crumble them up like that. Now I've got these buns. These are spongy white rolls, which is exactly what I wanted. I'm gonna put the coriander yogurt in on both sides. And then we're gonna dust that with the poppadoms. It's gonna be crazy good. Let's take one of my patties. We're gonna go straight on there with some mango chutney. A whole load of the lettuce, some corianders, just a few more chilies just to remind them. And then the last bit on top, like that. And that, my friends, is one hell of a mouthful. That's probably the best veggie burger I've ever had. I'm gonna show you how to make the most delicious reverse puff pastry pizza packed full of veg, and it is so easy to put together. It all happens in here, in a tray. Well, we're going kind of Provençal with the veggies, so courgettes, peppers, an onion, and 250 grams of lovely cherry vine tomatoes. And what I wanna do is just kind of clank everything up. Not too small, otherwise you're gonna lose the veg, but also so it's nice sort of bite-sized pieces. So a centimetre slice on the courgette. With the onion, just peel it and quarter it. And then in the tray, just kind of click it into little petals. It cooks really nicely. So this dish for me is a real cracker. When you want to put something together that's really easy, this is the one. You can buy these amazing rolls of puff pastry, which, you know, it's all rolled out, it's all done. I mean, look, I love making homemade pastry, but puff pastry is a real thing. It's a real ritual. It takes loads of time and space and effort. And to be honest, most people haven't got time for that. Then with the cherry tomatoes, try and get different colored ones if you can. Simply cut them in half. So this recipe is one of the recipes from my new cookbook, Veg. This is a book that's really close to my heart. I wrote it about 8 years ago. And then in the recent years, when people have become so much more interested in veg, plant-based cooking, I've brought it back and I've re-edited it, rewritten it, reshot it. You know, I'm a meat eater, I eat fish, and I think it's amazing that, you know, you can have a delicious meal that feels totally complete, that you're missing nothing, and I hope you like it. With the veggies here, what we want to do now is amplify flavor. So there's a couple of things you can do. First, a little season up with salt and pepper. I'm using oregano. Brilliant, brilliant herb. And what I want to do is simply take it off the stalk, give it a little twist, just to kind of bash and bruise up the oils. And then I want to just drizzle on some nice olive oil and give it a little dress. So give it a nice little mix up, all the seasoning, the herbs and the oil. And what we want to do is slow roast this. And it will reduce in size, but it will absolutely amplify in flavor. So we're going to roast at 180 degrees Celsius, which is 350 Fahrenheit. Look at the colors, amazing. Super easy. And then after 50 minutes, I'll show you what to do next. So it's had 50 minutes and it smells incredible. Have a little look at that. So the next part is really, really simple. We've got ourselves some beautiful all butter puff pastry. When it cooks, it goes like that. And it gives you this most incredible, crispy, crunchy, luxurious texture. So of course, normally with a pizza, it will be a dough that you have to sort of spin and turn, but we're cheating. So what I want to do is get the knife and just push the veg right into the middle like that, because what we want is extra delicious, crispy edges and sort of nice packed veggies in the middle. I'm going to take the puff pastry, it's already rolled out for us, so easy, drop it straight on and then like tuck it into bed and literally push it in, and that is going to be incredible. So this goes back in the oven for about half an hour until this pastry has gone golden and crispy and delicious and that pan's hot. So I'm going to put this back in the oven and I'll show you what it looks like and I'll show you how to finish it. And have a little look at that. Absolutely beautiful. And you can see how golden and puffy and crispy it's got. Get a little spatula or spoon and just go around the edges like that. Just push in so it goes underneath. Get yourself a nice board or platter, put it on top, then get yourself a cloth to hold the edges. A little good luck. Count to 3, 1, 2, 3, and flip. Give it a nice little tap. And you're gonna get the most incredible reverse pizza. Here we go. Oh, come on! Look at the crispy edges. Full of colour, absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna take some gorgeous mozzarella, bust that open and get little bombs of the mozzarella and stuff it in between the veggies. A few lovely, delicate basil leaves, tomatoes, basil, mozzarella, what's not to love? And actually what's nice is as the seasons track throughout the year, you can change up your veg. Now, last but not least, get yourself some beautiful sticky balsamic vinegar. And I want you to go a little bit of Jackson Pollock. Just have a little drizzle up, and there you go. A flavour combo that's gonna slap your taste buds around the face. Enough talking, let's have a little slice. Boom, brilliant with a salad, glass of wine, crispy, colourful, and delicious. And what's nice is that residual heat from the crust will start to slowly melt the mozzarella, so it's half cold, half melted, half oozy, and then it's gonna half get in my mouth, but not for half long. Good times. Eat it like a normal pizza. Oh yeah, pure pleasure. And I'll be honest, normally I eat it with a knife and fork, but it's quite nice to go a little bit filthy, and I hope you enjoy it. Take care. I can't wait to show you this delicious meal. It's mushroom stroganoff. How do you get incredible flavour out of these beautiful mushrooms? So starting off with 400 grams of beautiful mushrooms. This will be enough for a generous 2 portions. So if you go to the supermarket, you'll find a whole array of mushrooms. We've got some standard brown mushrooms, classic oyster mushrooms, girole. I absolutely love these, but they all taste a little bit different, but they're all kind of, you know, giving you that deep sort of savoury flavours that we love. You can just slice these up, no trouble at all. You can tear them. There's no right or wrong, just, you know, rip them up like that. Make it a nice mouthful size. We're gonna get a big pan on medium-high heat, and I'm not gonna add any fat at all. Cooking the mushrooms in a dry pan like this naturally brings out the nuttiness from the mushroom. So I probably eat vegetarian 2 or 3 times a week. I really enjoy it. I think to be a fully rounded cook, it's really good to not rely on meat to kind of get away with big flavour. So I find it a really positive thing for my cooking. I think it's a really positive thing for your health. Now, back in the pan, we're still dry frying, guys. So you're sort of lightly charring it, you're making it nutty, you can see the moisture's coming out. So while that goes on, I want to quickly prep the garlic and the onions. I've got 1 red onion, I'm just going to peel it, half it, and then finely slice it. But then I'm also going to finely slice the garlic. Everything's going to happen quite quickly from here on in. We'll give it a shake around, a little seasoning, salt and pepper, and some nice olive oil. So it's the first introduction of fat. The minute you add the oil, we're changing gear, right? So now we've gone from nuttiness to more sort of caramelization and frying. So as that fries around, I'm going to take just a few cornichons, 4 little silver-skinned pickled onions. I'm just going to finely slice those. It gives you this beautiful sort of slightly acidic crunch. It's a really nice surprise. So I'm also going to add a little caper, so just a little tablespoon like that. I absolutely love it. So that goes in now. Add a nice pinch of paprika. That's gonna give it a little spice. Absolutely beautiful. I want to add some parsley. Rip off the kind of herby part for later. And then with the stalks, don't throw it away. Finely slice the stalks. There's brilliant flavor in there, very sweet. And that's gonna go in the pan right now, and then I'm gonna flame it. Now, you don't have to flame it. I'm using whiskey, you could use cognac, you could use even gin, very, very nice. So give your pan a nice little shake like this. Then add your chosen alcohol, just a couple of good shots like that, and then flame it. There you go. Flaming it is gonna help to caramelize and flavor the vegetables, which is really nice. Of course, put your fan on. You know, get your hair out of the way, don't singe it. You know, be careful. You don't have to do this, but when you do flame the booze, you cook away the alcohol. And then what you're left with is the effort of the maker. Now, at this part in the story, we're kind of done. All we have to do is add a nice spoon of creme fraiche. You could, of course, use cream. I'm gonna add just a little swig of water to give you a consistency of a nice creamy sauce. Go in with some roughly chopped parsley leaves. We'll bring that to the boil, and that, my friends, is gonna be a delicious stroganoff. I think it's a brilliant time now to embrace more veggie dishes. Whether you're veggie, vegan, or you're just trying to reduce the amount of meat dishes you have in the week, this is a brilliant, brilliant thing. And if it's delicious, it's delicious. You know, veggie food should never be a compromise. Have a little serve up. Look at the colors, guys. The lovely different shades and colors of the mushrooms. Look at that. You could serve this with noodles, but for me, it has to be fluffy basmati rice. So these have been cooked for like 12 minutes, and I just put the lid on and let it steam. It will soak up all of that beautiful creamy sauce. This is absolutely one of my favorites. It really makes me happy when I eat this. It's a generous portion, look. So there you go, delicious. Mushroom stroganoff. Enough yapping, let's have a try. There we go. Rich and intense and delicious. Have a go, have a cook up and enjoy.